Good morning. Welcome to Morning Love, episode 87. We're here at beautiful Buckwheat Farms Magic Emporium and Ballroom, and I am your daily host. It's time for your daily dose of love, hope, and encouragement. I was thinking this morning about finding your truth, and I'm reminded of there used to be a radio talk show host that I would listen to as I traveled around by the name of Neil Bortz. And Neil would say, don't trust anything or don't believe anything that I tell you or you see in my notes unless you know it to be a fact yourself. In other words, discern for yourself what is the truth. And in these times, there's no greater call for learning what your truth is versus what you're told to hold as truth. And where does that truth come from? It comes from within you. I'll be doing tonight the second part of my introduction to chaos magic. And as I follow the Kybalion, the second precept of the Kybalion is that as within, so without, as above, so below. And that we must create our truth, we must find our truth and create our truth. I guess that's a legitimate way of saying it, from within, not from without. And too often we are moved by all the externals, all the outside influences, and we accept others' truths simply because it's comfortable and convenient. It's really hard to swim upstream against the conventional wisdom, so to speak. And in these times, especially with what's going on with the pandemic and the economic situation and even government in general, is to find and seek that place from within you, whatever your truth is. And whatever your truth is, I'm okay with that. Whatever your perspective is, you have every right to hold that perspective. All I ask is that you make sure it's your perspective, not someone else's. Often we're held in bondage by the perspective that's been foisted upon us by those we trust and love. And you know what? They're infallible human beings as well. And we're always, as I've said before, seeking this high priest or a savior or someone outside of ourselves to provide the answers, because we're told that we can't trust our own. I mean, from a youngest child, you have an imaginary friend, or you think in a way that's different from the conventional wisdom, and immediately it's quashed. It's reined in, because if you are allowed to believe and think however you wish to think, it challenges the need for others to have their beliefs validated. I used to say this when I was preaching, that if your faith requires that everyone else believe the same way that you do, then it's not really faith. It's consensus. It's devalued. So in this day, in this week, as we end this week, I just ask you in your meditation time again to continue that. Whose idea is it? That question, whose thought is that? Whose truth is that? Your truth is within you. It's like a seed that's been planted, and it's longing to get out, and we keep piling on all these other truths from outside and muddying the waters. You know, deep in your deepest knower, what your truth is. Find it, live it, be it. Namaste.